Congratulations to our Park Vista Community High School Rising Junior Class of 2027. This is an important and exciting time for you all. In this presentation, we will give you lots of information to be sure that you can make the most of your junior year as you prepare for graduation and beyond. Once you watch this presentation, your social studies teacher will bring your class to the school counseling office for an individual meeting with your counselor. It's important that you review this presentation thoroughly so that you can be ready with your questions for your counselor when you meet with them. Before your meeting with your school counselor, you will receive a copy of the courses you requested on your course selection sheet with an explanation on the reverse side. Please sign this, have your parents sign this, and bring it to your meeting. If you have any adjustments that need to be made to your course requests for next year, follow the outlined procedure. No changes can be made without a parent signature. You can also view your course requests through your Student SIS Gateway portal. To view the request screen, log into your SIS portal and select Class Requests. When the request screen opens, click on the Switch to 2025-2026 button. You're now on your class request screen for the next school year. The screen should have red accents. This is only a listing of your requested courses and not the order they will appear in on your schedule for the first day of school in August. Something to think about as you review your course requests is the strength of your junior schedule. Approximately 93% of Park Vista students pursue a post-secondary education, whether at a 4-year, 2-year, or vocational school. With this in mind, we encourage you to make the most of each year so that you are prepared to be successful at the next level. Colleges and universities recommend a minimum of at least 5 academic courses in your schedule. Academic areas are language arts, math, science, social studies, foreign language, and all AP and ACE courses. Of course, it's also important to be sure that you're on track to graduate. At this point, you should have the following: approximately 10.5 credits and at least 14 credits at the end of the year. At least a 2.0 cumulative grade point average. On track to pass the FAST ELA, which will be taken this spring. Passed the Algebra EO1 or an equivalent. And 20 hours of community service documented in SIS. If you are missing any of these, you are not considered to be on track for graduation. You should make a plan when you meet with your school counselor. We have prepared a packet of information that accompanies this presentation. You received this packet when you received your course requests. If you have it with you, take it out so that you can refer to it as we go. As you can see, it is full of important materials. We begin with your junior checklist. This list contains items that are important to check off as the year progresses and provides links for items you may need. The next page in your packet gives you the directions for accessing the School Counseling Department's section of the website. We post virtually everything that we do in our office to this site. If you ever have a question, anything from graduation requirements to career options to scholarship and financial aid information, this is a great place to look. The next page in your packet is our SIS Helpful Hints. Students have access to almost all of the same information that teachers and counselors do. This page will help you locate things such as your GPA, community service hours, class rank, and so on. In order to graduate, you must complete a minimum of 20 community service hours. Students who are working toward the Bright Futures Scholarship must complete 75 or 100 hours. You can find a copy of the community service log in the packet. This log can also be found on our website. Once you have completed your service and filled out the log completely, you will upload it to SIS for review. The directions for this can also be found in your packet. You should have received your PSAT results from the October administration. We encourage all college-bound students to take the PSAT in the fall of their junior year. Not only will this help you prepare for the SAT and ACT, but it also gives you the opportunity to qualify for certain scholarships. While the district automatically registers 9th and 10th graders for the PSAT, Interested juniors must register themselves. Pay attention to the announcements in the fall for more details. We also suggest that juniors take both the SAT and the ACT in the spring. Traditionally, the school district has hosted a school day SAT for juniors in early March. You should also plan to take an ACT on a Saturday. Remember, the SAT and/or ACT can be used for college admissions, to meet Bright Future Scholarship qualifying scores, to meet the concordant score for the ELA and Algebra 1 graduation required tests, and for other scholarship consideration. In your packet, you can find upcoming test dates for next year to help you plan. If you participate in the free and reduced lunch program, you are eligible for test fee waivers for the SAT, ACT, and CLT. You are also eligible for college application fee waivers at participating colleges and universities. Here we have included details for accessing those waivers. Next, you will find the State University System Matrix. It has lots of really important information about all of the public universities in our state. Especially important is the profile of the current freshman class at each institution. You can see the average GPA, SAT scores, and ACT scores for the freshmen currently attending these schools. This is a great tool to help you set goals as you think about your post-secondary plans. The next page is the Private Colleges and Universities Matrix. This has similar information only about private schools in the state. Again, you can use this information to help you set goals for yourself after graduation. If you're planning to attend college after graduation but don't know where, you should spend some time this summer narrowing down the schools that you would like to apply to senior year. These two resources are a great place to start your research. Are you interested in joining a branch of the military? If so, you'll want to speak to a military recruiter. You can find the contact information for the recruiters in our area in your packet. Also, the military sponsors the ASVAB, or Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, each year at Park Vista for free. If you've ever heard someone say that they took a test in high school that suggested they become a doctor, lawyer, mechanic, etc., they probably took the ASVAB. We will be offering the ASVAB in November. Be on the lookout for sign-up information in the fall. Palm Beach State College is another excellent post-secondary option. They have dozens of degrees, certificate programs, and diploma options. You can find a complete list in your packet and more details at palmbeachstate.edu. If you aren't sure about a career path after graduation, there are lots of career counseling resources available. These websites have interest surveys and other assessments that can help you narrow down a potential field. They will then link you to more information about the possible jobs available in those fields. This summer, spend some time considering possible career options and researching the education you will need after high school to be prepared for those fields. Are you planning to earn an ACE diploma? If so, you need to be sure that you have all of the classes required. In your packet, you have a copy of our ACE Diploma Requirements check sheet to track your progress. Here are a couple of key pieces of advice for rising juniors. Earn the best grades possible. GPA matters. The further you get in high school, the more difficult it is to raise your GPA. Take the most rigorous courses that you are qualified to take. Avoid periods off. The more you learn in high school, the more prepared you are for your future plans. Take the PSAT in October if you're college bound. Complete SAT and ACT prep through Khan Academy or other resources. Do something enriching this summer that will add to your resume. Some ideas are a summer college program, a part-time job, travel, or volunteer work. Take the ASVAB in November for ideas about future careers. You can also use the career counseling websites that we discussed earlier. Visit colleges this summer or over spring break of your junior year. Visiting campuses in person is a great way to learn more about which schools are the best fit for you. Finally, we encourage you to take advantage of our school counseling weekly update. Every Friday, we email out our weekly update with timely announcements, reminders, and resources. This newsletter is sent to all students and parents. Be sure to look for it each Friday. Rising juniors will be visiting their school counselors with their social studies teacher. Remember, you should bring your signed course request form with you to your counselor. This is the bright orange paper that you received in your 5th period class. If you have any questions, you can contact your counselor by email. We are also available in our offices before school, during lunch, or after school every day. We look forward to working with you to make your junior year the best that it can be.